In today's episode, I'm going to be talking about fun times, but I'm also going to add a little bit of collecting into it. So this video is actually going to be a little bit of mixture of what I normally do, which sometimes I do fun times, and then other times I'll do collecting. This one's going to have a mixture of the two. But I wanted to show you something that happened to me last month, and then I also want to talk a little bit about collecting things. So it's going to be kind of a fun, cool episode. Let's get started. Hey guys, Rob here. So today I want to talk to you about something that happened to me last month. And sorry this video is going to come out a little later than it normally does, but in this episode I was going to talk about, fun times. Basically I went out to Treasure Island Casino and I got to go see a concert. And in this concert I went to see Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. Now, if you don't know who Frankie Valli is, he did a lot of like old school music and stuff. So things like songs like Sherry and Big Girls Don't Cry, things like that. And so like Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, they had these just absolutely cool albums that, came out a long time ago. So anyway, I grew up with his music because of my mom. My mom introduced me to his music and, just his voice was amazing. So I got to see him up on stage and, the whole day got really cool. But it was also really interesting that later on down the road, and I'll show you in the video, but yeah, it was really, really neat stuff that happened. And especially because what I picked up while I was there, and I got it for free. But let me show you the video real quick.
Concert's over and totally awesome. When it comes to collecting, and I do have to say, I picked up his box set, which has got the classic albums, but was not expecting to also get the autograph. That's right, Frankie Valli's autograph. That is cool. Super nice guy, super awesome. So yeah, great concert, played all of his hits. There was one part in there that was really funny. When he was talking about like why music the way people are doing music now, and his record label wanted him to make a new album. The only problem was that the music that's being played today is not really exactly what he wanted to do. So, but what I was not expecting was Frankie Valli to actually start rapping, which was hilarious. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen. So, but yeah, he hit a couple high notes in some of the songs, but then he played all the classics, and just an absolute good night of Frankie Valli and his band and so on and so forth. So other than that, super stoked, because was not expecting to only get I thought I was just gonna get his box set. Got his box set, that was awesome, but to actually get the autograph from the man Frankie Valli, not expecting that. So that just made this night probably the coolest, because when am I ever gonna meet Frankie Valli again? Probably never.
So guys, I hope you liked the video, but then, as I said, this episode is also going to consist of a little bit of collecting. What I always want to tell people when it comes to collecting, one thing first, you got to have fun when you're collecting. Second thing is you got to be careful when you're collecting. Now, once again, I collect autographs, and autographs to me, it's super cool. To me it's amazing, especially when you get to meet these people, but you gotta be real careful if you're buying them online and stuff like that, because sometimes what people will do, they'll give you one of these. Now, if you can't see what this is, I can zoom in on it real quick here, but you kind of look at the top here. So you see that it says here that it says certificate of authenticity, right? Well, the thing about certificates that I always have to tell people you almost got to see or be careful with is sometimes certificates of authenticity are not worth the printed paper that they're on. So something like this, I always tell people you got to watch out for this stuff. As I said, might not be worth the printed paper that it's on. But I can tell you from this, though, now, this is an autograph that I got myself, and this is actually from the band Rammstein. I actually met them in person, and every single one of them signed it. So this does not need a certificate of authenticity. This is 100% guaranteed that it is real, because I know it's real. I got it in person. So that's the always thing that I always tell people to be real careful of. When you're buying something online, you're buying an autograph online, or you're buying it from a second party, you want to make sure that it is 100% legit. Because sometimes they do things where it's a reprint, where someone just scans it and puts it on there. It could be anything from, a stamp to whatever. When you guys see that these actually are signed, when someone does it in person, you know for a fact it's 100% guaranteed. So that's the thing. And the reason I say it is because if you just saw the video, you saw that I was able to get Frankie Valli's autograph. So this is why I wanted to show you guys. This is 100% legit, because Frankie Valli actually signed it for me. So when you see stuff like this, where this was done in person, I would probably never sell this, only because, I can say that 100% it's guaranteed, but would anybody else believe me? Probably not, unless they were there in person, but this was also 100% legit. I actually got this in person by Frankie Valli. This was, basically gotten for free, with all these other little albums that you can kind of see here. But it was probably one of the coolest things in the world, to meet these people in person. But that's why I love what I do. That's why it's fun, what I do. But once again, just be careful out there. Be careful of what you're doing, but also make sure that you're having fun doing it. That's why I say, this is one of the things when it comes to collecting. You got to enjoy it. You got to have fun doing it. So if you're having fun doing it, you should be great. And then when you're putting your money into this kind of stuff, like me, I take this to a framing company, and I know one of these days, one of these episodes, I'm going to take you to the place that I go and, see the process of what it does to go through this kind of stuff. But, the thing is that, I put a lot of money into these things, not only to get the autographs, to meet these people, but just to protect this, to make an investment in something that I enjoy, something that I love. And so when, this kind of stuff happens, when you get this kind of stuff and, you appreciate to meet these people and what they do, so on and so forth, so you got to protect this stuff somehow. But you also want to make sure that when you're getting this stuff, it's 100% legit. So, other than that, I hope you guys liked the episode. If you have any questions or if you have any comments, put them in the comment section below. If you like this video or like the other video, put a like down at the bottom for me. And if it's your first time watching the show and you like it, hit that subscribe button for me. And other than that, guys, once again, I hope you enjoyed the show, and I'll see you next time.